George Clooney, his hands, oh my gosh. Yo, my man's hands are so soft.
How long did you hold them for?
Too long. Yeah, he's like there, I'm like,
Let go.
just stay.
Welcome to Before the Lights. If you're new here, we're a team of health professionals based in London who train people from all over the creative world to get ready for TV, film, even live shows, but most importantly, for everyday life. I'm Dave Hasty.
I'm George Ashwell.
I'm Georgia Kenovan.
And I'm Josh Betteridge.
We've been lucky enough to build a pretty special group of members here at the club, so we thought it would be nice for other people to get to know some of them as well as we do.
I was like, I need to start going to the gym. So I literally got out my laptop, and was like, PTs for actors.
Welcome to Before the Lights podcast, guys. I'm Greg James. With me over here is Dangerous Dave, and here is Evil George. And today we're talking grind set.
Grind set?
It's not about mindset, guys. It's about grind set.
It was the very first time I met you when you came in and you actually had to run off and be sick in the toilet.
You feel quite vulnerable when you're kind of lying on your back with your legs up in the air because you feel sick, just breathing, and I'm like, this never happens. I'm so sorry.
So sit back, only do some exercise if you want to, and maybe even learn something about how to look after yourself. We'll make a start.
Make it official.
Yeah. That was a really deep breath.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to the Before the Lights podcast.
Welcome back.
Today, George is with me.
I am.
George, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
What have you been up to?
I always find these introductions of me really weird.
It's good,
yeah.
but it's not always you. Sometimes
It's not always
Josh,
me.
sometimes
I know.
it's Georgia.
But when I'm in here, it's always me, so it feels weird for me.
That's getting really deep now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
When
Are
I'm
you
here.
telling me I could have had Georgia?
You could
You
have had
could
Georgia.
have, but she said no.
And
She chose. She's not even doing anything.
Yeah,
No.
this is shit with a dog. Yeah, just,
I offered it. She was like,
Nah.
nah.
what, Tuwaine?
Yeah.
Nah, dead. Leave him, yeah.
Also, I've got more shit on you, so
Yeah, fair.
that's why I'm here.
Dark,
Yeah, that's the
dark.
main thing. I'm just trying to like lure you into a false sense of
Yeah.
security, and then. But George as well. We've established
Yeah.
that.
I'm good.
That's great.
I'm very good.
I can actually introduce you now. So
Okay.
today's guest is Tuwaine Barrett. Thank you very
Welcome,
much for
Tuwaine.
coming
Thank
on.
you. Thank you for
Welcome,
having me. Very excited.
I'm going to do a little bio,
Oh,
because
no.
why not? You're a graduate of the famous Brit School.
Yes.
I'd say
Best
you're
school.
probably one of the most loved members of the gym
Absolutely.
in general.
Thank you.
One of the
It
nicest.
takes him, and I don't know if it's him or other people, but it takes him a good 15 minutes to get from the front door to the gym because he shakes everyone's hand.
There's
Has
you,
a few
there's
minute
you
chat.
and there's Conor McNeil,
Yeah.
who can easily spend an hour here before actually making
Before
it into the
actually
gym,
starting,
just
yeah.
from chatting and storytelling.
He's broken my record.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the two of
You're
you
up
in
there.
that room
You're-
together
you're on
would
po-
never
you're
train.
on, You're in pole.
Yeah.
You're both in pole.
And like myself, you're also a fledgling golfer. Would you say?
I mean, I'm bringing my clubs with me when I go away.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
I see you're more serious than me.
No.
Dave went to the driving range yesterday, and therefore he now thinks he's a golfer again.
I'm
That's
golf.
true.
I
That's
am
how,
golf.
all it takes is
That's
one
how it
session, bro.
works. Yeah.
I hit the ball twice really nicely,
Yeah, calm.
and I was like,
Calm. We could go home.
pretty sure I'm done
Yeah.
now. I've got to play golf. It was a friend's wedding. I say got to. I've chosen to.
Okay.
But like before the wedding in the morning, there's a few people playing, and I just felt like I don't want to miss out. My
But then
golf,
everyone's going to miss the
me
wedding.
playing golf is entirely based on being like I don't want to miss out
Yeah.
because it sounds like fun.
But you do know everyone's going to miss the wedding then?
No, it's just 9 holes and it's at the wedding
Yeah.
venue.
But how long is it going to take you
Yeah.
to get
Oh,
around
I
9
get you.
holes?
You have to go
I
get
see.
your ball
I
out of the
see.
Do you
lake.
know what I mean?
No, because if it gets to that point, I'll just
Just
stop.
say,
it
yeah,
out.
calm.
That's what me and George went on a golf trip, and I'd say I think I made it through the first day of trying to
You
play
played
golf.
one whole round.
The
and
second
then-
day, I was just like, I will drive the buggy around and drink beer,
Yeah.
and I had a great time.
And the
That's
third
what
day
I
he
did.
He only did that and actually went off to get beer for us and bring it back.
It's like a
again.
delivery
Fair
man.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deliveroo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was Deliveroo.
George
on
managed to
course.
lose his wallet
Well, no,
and
not
his
Deliveroo.
keys.
Uber Eats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Uber Eats. Uber Eats.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Uber Eats.
Sponsor.
Yeah,
Sponsor.
yeah.
That doesn't count as sponsor. That's just a job, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hopefully they see this.
To
and they're
give
like,
some
yeah.
context to that, you are the voice of Uber Eats.
Yes.
Globally or just in the UK?
Just the UK. And I think maybe Europe. I don't know. I
So
hope
which
Europe.
languages do you speak?
German, Dutch, patois.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's not in Europe, but
Yeah,
it's true.
but it can be.
Yeah.
I do like it when your voice pops up in the background. It's like, because there's quite a few people, I don't know if we've spoken about that before on the podcast, there's like quite a few people that come here are the voice of various things.
Yeah.
and then it'll just click all of a sudden. Like you won't. There'll be something in the back of your mind, be like, I know that voice, and I don't know where. And then all of a sudden, it'll just be like, there it is.
Does it feel like we're with you at home?
Yeah.
Like we're just there chilling, cooling off with
It's
you.
like, why is Tuwaine?
Yeah,
Okay, no, he's not. No, he's not.
I'd like it if you were just there hanging out
Yeah.
with me, but no, sadly not. You never take up my invite, but whatever. That's a different thing. We'll talk about that off.
You're
You're
both,
busy.
you're
It's
both
'cause you're
South
busy.
London boys, so
I know we're actually mad close.
yeah.
I think we're like 20 minutes away. Depends on how you drive.
Why won't you be my friend?
I love you. So that's how you getting that.
Anyway, back to
the
podcast.
bio.
Yeah.
Back to podcast. Listeners will know you from the critically acclaimed film Hard Truth, from legendary director Mike Leigh. You were in the very funny Daisy May Cooper show, The Witchfinder. I always want to call it The Witcher, but it's not, and I know it's not
That's
The
a-
Witcher.
it's a
We don't.
When I
yeah.
wrote that down, I even wrote The Witcher and had to make
very
sure.
different show.
I know.
I auditioned for that twice, and to be fair, that audition almost made me stop acting.
Well,
What?
The Witcher.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
It was like 2019, as everyone does. Like you go through like a bunch of no's. But this year was just dark, and I just remember just doing that. I had a meeting, and then they were like, "Come back for another character, come back for another character," and it got to the point where I was like, "This is
Why
like,
bother bringing me back?
Yeah, and at one point during the meeting, I was like, in my head, I'm thinking, "What the hell am I doing?" Like, actually, I don't know if this is for like I was.
Stuck with it though.
Yeah, I stuck with it, but it was nuts. Like it was like it's very important to notice when these moments happen in life, because then that can make or break. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm
Absolutely.
still thankful that I'm doing it now, but I could have really.
Do you
gone
like
the other
keep
side.
diary or anything like that, where you'll like write down how that was, or is that, or you just
No.
kind of make a mental note of like
Make a
this is
mental note.
that's a moment.
Yeah, because sometimes
Maybe
when I
this-
see what I've been through, it hurts more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas when it's mental, it's just kind of like.
Did you make a big decision then to think like I'm going to keep going and overcome it, or you were just like
Well-
or was it more like you just love it and it's the thing you want to
I
do?
love it,
and
but
like,
listen, like I mean, COVID happened.
yeah,
And it came at, obviously it's a horrible thing, but it came at, for me, the right time, because it allowed me to reset and understand my goals and what I wanted to achieve. But it was a real pause on everyone's
Everything.
life.
Yeah.
Everything. So that time I used to kind of like, just kind of enjoy not working, and then, be like, this is what I want to do. I want to work. I want to do all this. And
I suppose it gave you that no pressure thing. Like no one's working, and other than people that had already started jobs.
Yeah.
There's no new jobs going, so it's not that they're saying no to you anymore. It's that there's
Yeah.
nothing about. So
And
you could take some time to think about
Exactly.
it.
And it's like we're all back in the same boat, rather than people just, it was nice.
We still haven't got to the end of his bio.
Yeah, sorry.
I was
How
gonna be
long's
like,
the bio?
well, it's not that
It's
long. There's
pretty
a
good.
couple more lines we can put.
All right, come
You've
on.
done a lot of stuff, man. You need to like big you up a little
Yeah,
bit.
thank you.
Our worlds overlapped a little bit, didn't they, when you played? Well, I can't read his name there.
Salam Remy.
Salam
Yeah.
Remy.
Yeah.
In Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, so that
Well, not
that
called
was
Amy Winehouse,
that
but
was
Back to
that
Black.
was fun because we were working with Marisa at the time,
Wow.
helping her get very skinny to play Amy, and then I went into the production office, and on the wall they have all the headshots of all of the people playing all the different characters,
Yeah.
and I just saw Twaine's face there, and I was like, text him straight away, be like, "Are you on the Back to Black?" And he was like, "Yep."
Did you see each other at all?
No, not on set because you
No.
filmed in.
We filmed in
It's LA in the film, isn't it?
no, Florida.
Florida.
So I'm thinking, they're gonna fly man out. Do you know what I mean? I'm excited. Next thing you know, I get a call sheet. It's like, Kingston upon Thames.
Nice.
I was
Everyone knows
I
it's
was
just like Florida.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I was like, Kingston, like Jamaica. No, upon Thames. But it was amazing. They made it out to be like, obviously they had a really nice house, and then they had like palm trees there.
Because
fake
I remember
sun.
it being like there's a big glass window in the background.
Yeah,
isn't
exactly.
it?
Yeah, that's in Kingston.
Is it? That is mad when they
Nice house
managed
in
to
Kingston.
use things.
Because
Someone told me
the
that.
shot before it is of Florida. Do you know what I mean? And then it cuts to me and Marisa.
Yeah.
Interior
Yeah.
Kingston on Thames.
Yeah.
Sadly, not you in Florida. Ah, well.
In
It is
Kingston.
mad how, like, in films, they manage to. Not deceive, it's the wrong word, isn't it? But, like,
Yeah,
they can make something look like something so
Yeah,
accurately.
yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
Croydon gets used as New York.
What, did you know
Which
that
makes no sense,
they use
having seen Croydon.
they
I'm
use
like,
Dark Knight Rises in Croydon?
No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, the scene where he's in the hospital is in Croydon.
Mad.
In the hospital.
In the hospital.
Going back to, like, you becoming part of the BTL family,
Mm.
I was struggling. Normally, I can, like, think of, like, that's when you arrived or, like, you were here. But I can't think of when that was with you. Do you know when it was?
So BTL family probably started because of your relationship with Tom.
Yeah.
And I remember Tom was like, you need to come to this gym. He's been that boy's been onto me so much about gym and
It's Tom Holland, so people know.
yeah.
who
Oh
it
yeah,
is we're
sorry.
talking
Yeah,
about.
Versa Climber was where because I remember you were telling me you're like, yeah, like clients watch films whilst on there, and I was like, it's impossible.
Yeah.
And then now I've been watching, well, not films, but like episodes of stuff, which is like an hour of cardio, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's actually possible.
Yeah.
And I think that's because of you guys. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think the energy, and I've told all my friends about it. They're like, where do you go gym? I'm like, you don't want to know. It doesn't sound real.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
sound
I'm
real.
lying. But the energy here and just the camaraderie and how much everyone wants to look out for one another is just so beautiful. And I love being here.
Oh,
Like I
that's very nice.
genuinely, do you know what I mean? I'm going to leave here today happy.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me very happy.
Yes,
Mm.
thank you.
We're
very
achieving
much for
our
saying it.
goal.
You are.
It's what we set out to try and do when we built this place. So that
Mm.
is tick that box. Don't need to come to work anymore.
Yeah, done.
Done. Your route into being an actor then. So you went to Brit School,
Mm-hmm.
which I think a lot of people will know because there's like the list of people that have come out of there.
Unreal.
I've written down some names,
Mhm.
but there's like Adele, Amy Winehouse, FK, Twigs, all these types of people. There's
Jesse J,
Jessie J.
Tuwaine Barrett,
Tuwaine Barrett,
Barrett.
Archie Madekwe,
Archie,
Lord
It usually
Kana.
goes
Ben,
Adele, Amy Winehouse, Tuwaine Barrett.
Tuwaine Barrett. I think it's Twain, Amy, Adele. Yeah.
What was it like going to school there? Like obviously all those people up there at the same time.
Yeah, no.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, you graduated on that same year.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
You just
good
turn over
class.
like Adele, Amy, what's going
Adele,
on?
yeah, how you doing? That school is, I big up that school to anyone that wants to be free. I went to an all-boy Catholic school before that, and my mind,
That explains a lot.
yeah, explains who I am. But like my mind was very, one-dimensional, not open to hearing anything. And then that school just opens your mind to just endless possibilities of life, of people that you meet, of, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All of these things that you should, I think is important to learn at that age. Brit School has.
What age is it that like
So it
when
starts,
when can you start there?
so you can start in year 10, which I think is 15?
Yeah.
So it's like is that
So-
GCSE?
GCSE, yeah.
It's like American high school, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have 15, so it's 15 to 18.
What Zac Efron's there? Is that
Yeah, it's an American high
No,
school.
but
No.
people used to, my friends used to be like, oh, like you go to school like High School Musical and like you all jump on the table, dance. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone's clicking
basically.
all the
It's
time.
great. Everyone's clicking, yeah. And then someone just breaks into the song. It's unreal.
And you have to audition to get in.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to. It's a government funded school.
yeah, exactly. And people don't know that.
So everyone
people-
just assumes it's some
So
private.
some
school.
people don't even make their kids apply because they think it's privatized. It's like, yo, this is government funded. Like,
Yeah.
the school's just, it's the best. I think ever.
And
Yeah.
did you? So when you were at your other school, had you kind of like played around with the idea of starting acting, or was there like a drama club there, or was it something you did at the weekends or anything like that?
No, like I had to go to a different school every Tuesday to do acting,
Mm-hmm.
because they were like, it's either language or acting, and I was like, well, language is cool, but it's French. Like I can learn that on set, you know. Yeah. So I had to go to a different school every Tuesday, and then I would also do extra curriculum at a place called Half Moon Theatre, which is in Limehouse. So I'd go there 6 till 9, and then that was in East London, yeah, and then coming back to South.
That's long, isn't
It
it?
was long, but it was worth it.
You having to get there on your own at that age. and
Yeah, my
everything
mum
as
was
well.
like, yeah, I'm not taking you.
Where,
My
and
mum was
where,
like, I've already paid for you, so.
yeah.
sensible.
Where was that love then? Where was the thing that, from being at a boy, like an all boys Catholic school,
Mm.
where was the thing between the age of whenever it was 11 to 15 where you were like, yeah, no, I want to start doing this?
It wasn't even, do you know what? I think mine started at 15, and the love came from it because I was getting into trouble at school.
Yeah.
My mum and grandma got to the point where they were like, we don't know what to do with you. And I was like, I'm not really, I don't know, like I don't want to make them feel like I'm worthless.
Mm.
And then I was like, oh, there's one thing I love doing. I love making people laugh.
Class clown, love
Class
it.
clown.
Yeah.
And 2, at that time, I really wasn't a fan of myself.
Right.
So I was like, what can I do? I was like, oh, I can actually, be other people. Be anyone but me.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed, being the rich white man with all the gal. You know what I mean? Like that was, you know what I mean? Anyone but me, I was happy with.
Yeah.
And then I found love in doing that and convincing people that I could do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the end of, like, before my 16th birthday, I remember speaking to one of the student helpers, and she had gone to Brit School.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, you should definitely apply.
And is it you just go fill out a form
So
online?
you fill out a form, yeah. So I went to an open day,
Mm-hmm.
and then got a booklet, and you fill out the form and then send it. And then if they like that, the question was like, who do you look up to? And at the time it was just Will Smith. I was like, yeah, Will. You know what I mean? He's funny. He's great. And then I just wrote stuff like that. And then if they enjoy that, then they invite you back for like a meeting and an audition.
Mm-hmm.
But the audition consists of like teamwork
Mm.
to see if you can work well in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you work well in a group, or did you just take over?
I worked well in the group in order to get in.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
but-
once I got in, I took it.
And then you go, fuck you.
Manipulated the situation. Manipulated the situation. Nice.
Yeah.
You said like at school you were getting in a bit of trouble and stuff. Was that wrong crowd or like was it? I think when you're big, like, because were
Yeah.
you always a big, tall kid,
Mm-hmm.
and do you end up getting like dragged into those situations? Like,
You become like, what do they call it? The muscle. The
Yeah.
muscle of the crew.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just there to look good. But like, yeah, I mean, all boys school as well. It was like, at the time, it was like bully or be bullied.
it's a bit
Yeah.
dog eat dog, isn't it?
Yeah, and like even my closest friends now, who, you know, they always pick on me for it. They're like, oh, by the way, you know, you used to take my lunch money.
Did you?
Yeah, it was bad. Or I
You're
used to
too
take
nice to
their,
be
or I
doing
used
that.
to take their lunch. Like, it was awful.
You're a very different man
And
now.
I'm very different now, and I'm very grateful to, you know, God. I'm very grateful to Brit School. Like, there's so many factors in my life, and my family as well, for sure. Because I mean, my mum and grandma saying we don't know what to do with you was intense.
Yeah.
Because I was like, where do I go?
Yeah,
Like,
you were the two people that love me unconditionally. You're like, I could do anything and you still love me. But for you
Yeah.
to say that, that's tough.
It's like when they say, you know, like I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Worst
Oh,
thing in the
that's
world.
dark.
Yeah.
When you hear that, it's dark.
Not good.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where, you know, I kind of was in trouble and all that.
It's
stuff.
good at that age you've realised though, and you've gone, because a lot of kids would be like, "Fuck you" and push back to it or whatever. But you're like, actually, I got a chance to do something else. And
Yeah.
you've realised and figured out what it is you wanted to do then. And then when you got to the school, was it like a big change, like a big shock of like, oh shit, this is a whole different place.
Whole
It's
different
like,
place, whole different stories.
You weren't still the muscle then.
Nah, I was like, I mean, I say it to my friends, like I really wanted to be friends with everyone.
Yeah.
You know, that was my aim. Like I wanted everyone to like me.
Yeah.
Who was in your year group then? Who was coming through at that time?
So Lowell Kana, Ben, and Archie were in the year above.
Mm-hmm.
Victor, I don't know if you know him, Victor Ali.
Mm-mm.
They were there. And then in my year, we had Tom Harrison Osterfield, Jordan Peters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you find quite quickly, like, I guess it must be different because it's like the first time, no school I know of, it's like everybody there is trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, and
So
some people
like
are still trying
you
to find...
arrive and it's like, was it easier to be like making friends with everybody because
was.
of that reason? Because everyone, you've got that shared ground there.
Yeah, and in a way, it's also, I mean, it's very different to drama school, because I think drama school, then people are now at a different level where they are trying to actually, and there can be a bit of jealousy there. And
Get work and competition.
Exactly,
And yeah.
But Brit School, you know, people are still trying to find themselves, like they don't know what they want to do yet, but they're having fun. And that's what brought us all together. Like it just felt, there wasn't a day where I woke up and I was like, oh, Brit School today.
Yeah.
I was gassed every day.
And what did your mates from your other school think when you were going there? Were they
They were
giving you
jealous.
were they giving you shit? For it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, think about it, like, I mean, these lot had to wear suits to sixth form. Mum was there in, you know what I mean, tracksuit bottom and a Ralph top. My mum took me to Portsmouth, went to the outlet store, got a couple Ralphies.
That was the new uniform.
That was a uniform. It was great.
Yeah.
And again, like, just being around so many creatives, and it wasn't, like, it never felt dull. There was always something exciting happening.
When you then, like, fast forwarding it, obviously quite a while here, but you've then been part of the Amy Winehouse biopic and like her, she's tied into the story of that school and stuff. That must have been quite a cool thing to be
full
part
circle,
of, because it's like
100%.
the whole story. Like, her story is amazing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
she's come up through that world and everything, and had such success. It must be cool to get the opportunity to be a part of that.
It is, and hopefully, like, you know, if she's looking down on us, she's smiling, because I mean, I was very grateful to be a part of it, and I know how much she was loved, not only by people at Brit School, but by the world. You know, that's why it's such a very touchy subject, very touchy film.
I think it always
100%.
is when you're doing something about a real person and someone that was so, like
Adored.
you said, so loved and such an individual as well. It's like almost an impossible job, isn't it? But
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It was
I
a
liked
brave
it.
undertaking for sure.
yeah, for sure. I'm proud of Marissa. I mean, she did an incredible job. It's hard. It's hard, and again, it's harder when the person's so loved.
Yeah.
So
If
loved,
someone
and,
has-
and it's so recent as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
It's not like Bohemian Rhapsody where they've waited however many years to
Yeah.
make the film. It's like they made it pretty soon.
I'm going to turn away from Brit School now. Well, kind of. And I know that you're a football fan, and unfortunately a Chelsea one, which we can't help that.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
can't help who we love.
I'm sorry about that. But were you like active as a kid growing up? Were you out playing football? And
Yeah.
You kind of spoke about not ever really seeing drama as a thing up to a certain age, and then you started going to a school. But was it like you're out like playing football? Being
Well,
an
growing
active
up,
kid and all that
everyone
kind of
everyone
stuff?
wants to play. Everyone wants to be a baller.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And especially when you start finding out how much they get weekly, you're like, yeah, I want to play ball. But I think that definitely helped me with, you know, who my friends were, who I spent a lot of time with, because we would play like 66. There was this game called 66.
What is it?
You know, you had 66 seconds to score, but you had to do it. It had to be a volley or a header.
Right,
And if
yeah.
the goalkeeper counts 66, and whoever last touched the ball and it
Is
gets
in
the
net.
goalkeeper is now in goal.
I'd never heard of that.
Yeah.
I think I've played every version of that
Headers and
game,
volleys,
apart
yeah.
from that game.
Apart from
Yeah.
that.
The 66
It's 'cause
seconds.
you're not from the
bit.
block.
Yeah, we couldn't count up.
Yeah,
blocks.
yeah.
We get to 10 and everyone gets confused.
10, 26. I mean, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, no, it was fun, and yeah, you just spend a lot of time with people that aren't your family, who then become your family.
Yeah. And when you get to Brit School, is there time for sport there, or is it all tap dancing? And
Yeah. No, I mean there is, but I mean,
do they have a football team and stuff like that?
No,
No.
they don't. No,
So
they
it's
don't
not
have a
like
football-
actual.
Yeah,
They have a PE lesson.
no.
Really?
You don't need
No.
a PE lesson every day.
I mean, every day you're active, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's literally, especially
I'd
the
have
dances
needed a
and
PE
musical
lesson.
theatres.
I need to have shorts and just run around somewhere.
But they had a football pitch, and then now even like Stormzy's got his like Adidas.
Is that at Brit School though? Because he's
Right
from
next
that
door,
area,
yeah.
isn't he?
right next door.
That's cool.
So now I don't know if they can use it, but it's good for the younger kids. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we didn't have
dedicated PE
didn't have
time.
dedicated.
And there
PE
wasn't
time,
like introductions into health and stuff like that. Because at school,
no, they had smoking areas.
really,
Yeah.
in the school.
Yes.
That's mad.
16-year-olds. I
16-year-olds,
suppose back then,
you know what I
back then
mean?
you could smoke when you were 16 as
Yeah,
well.
but also I mean like again,
They knew
like,
the crowd that was coming. As
Yeah.
well. They're
But
like,
it's their ethos of being free.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, smoking's bad.
let's say
We
that.
all know
Let's
that.
get it out there.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
will just put it there. But to allow people to, you know, because again, people say they need it for to de-stress,
Yeah.
and
And the age was 16, wasn't it? Now it's.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
18,
Yeah.
is it 18?
It's 18,
It's
yeah.
older.
Yeah.
18.
It is mad. It
But
just
growing
seems
up, when I was
crazy,
younger, you could smoke in. I remember smoking
I think
buses.
we're the last generation of
Yeah.
people. Like we used to go to pubs and
remember-
people would
and
smoke
people
in the
just
pub.
I remember as a kid you go into like Burger King, and on one side it was a smoking side,
What?
and on the other side was a no smoking side. And I always remember thinking this because it like people would have their birthday party there or whatever.
Just smelling like
in
sick.
Burger King, which sounds so shit.
No,
now,
but
doesn't
it's a beautiful birthday. It's the same thing with McDonald's when they had the.
I remember it fondly.
area.
The balloons on the stick
balloon on the
because
stick.
they couldn't afford helium.
I used yeah.
So you just blow it up and put it on a stick and it looks like it's going up.
and then they. That's
But you
why.
get a little like in the Burger King when you got a little king hat,
You did get a little crown.
also known
yeah.
as a crown.
Yeah. King hat. The king hat.
As those words were literally before they even came out of my mouth, And they're going from brain to mouth. I was like, it's wrong. Don't say it.
But it's too late.
King hat.
King hat.
Have a little king hat on. And I remember sitting there thinking, like, there's smoke, obviously, because you're like 3 meters away from people who are just enjoying their Burger King with a fag. And it's like, isn't that mad?
Also, it's like, how does the smoke know not to go in the no smoking area? That's the classic
We were
Lee
all-
Evans
we were all
joke.
there
Chewing
wafting.
it. It's like, yeah.
Wafting it away.
Because they still have them in airports.
So
But
weird.
you can still smell it.
Oh,
So
like
weird.
smoking
Of course you
room.
can.
'Cause you
Yeah,
can't actually
smoking
go
room.
outside.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's breathing jet fumes there. It's different anyway.
It smells nice.
When, does it?
Yeah, the
Smoke or jet?
smell
You
of
like
petrol's
pet- yeah.
unreal.
You like?
I'll
are you
walk
like-
right now to
You're
a
going
petrol-
on when you're getting on the plane. You're like,
No, not in my mouth.
No, you can't
you don't
smell,
smell
with
with your mouth. He's just huffing it.
Yeah, you've got to be grateful to have, you know what I mean, when it's not blocked. Sorry, George.
Beautiful.
No
jet
worries.
fumes.
Yeah, sir.
Anyway, when I brought up the sportiness bit, the bit I was coming to was like how when you arrived here, you didn't like the gym. You hated the idea of it. You hated the act of going to it.
Hated George.
You hated
Hated me.
George until you met me.
Then I
Things didn't
realised,
change.
yeah.
And
you
then
were
he
like, the
realised
gym
he
could
now
be
hates
nice.
Dave, and George is
yeah,
alright.
nice.
Dave and George.
And he's so disappointed because the only one who likes Georgia isn't
Yeah,
here.
Isn't in the room.
Isn't here. She's just outside that door tapping on it. She can't get in. It's safe to say, and I think you kind of said it already at the start, that I won't say we're solely responsible for it, but your view on training and gyms and general health and everything has changed recently.
Completely.
Yeah.
Complete. And it's not even recently. It's. That's why I love George. He's been on me for so long. Back when I was living with my mum, he's been like, send me pictures of what you're eating, and I get into this rut where I do it for a bit, and I just fall off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always held me accountable, and I'm like, fuck, like
Fuck you.
yeah, literally. But at the same time, I know that it comes from a place of love where it's like, yo, I'm not gonna let you. You're not gonna fail.
Yeah.
You can't fail.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it brings me back to with my family and stuff like that. And
He's
it's
now
like,
your grandma.
he
will never stay.
is my grandma.
Yeah.
She
I
watches
love
this,
that,
she's gonna
that
leave-
dynamic.
Yeah.
George becomes your grandma.
Grandma George.
If she watches this, we're gonna meet up without you and take notes.
Yeah,
and we're gonna
no, she
attack
will
you.
watch it for
How
sure.
do you get him to do
Yeah,
this?
But like, it's more than, because I used to just see it as, I don't want to lose weight. I can't be asked to lose weight.
Mm.
But it's a lifestyle.
It's hard work.
Yeah.
And it's not
hard
even
work, and
about
like
it's not even
mental.
about weight though, is it? It's
It's
more about
everything.
there's so much more of a benefit to it. And I think what we talk about a lot of the time with other actors that have been on here, it's like, and you've spoken about it a bit earlier, saying how you can have really busy periods and you can have really flat periods with nothing going on, lots of rejection, which is really unique in the world of work. Most people don't have to turn up to work and be told, no, sorry,
Like
come back
90% of
another
the time,
Yeah.
if you're
not
lucky.
today, whatever. And like, I think exercise can be a massive thing in that respect, that it's a little bit of like a break from your own head in a
Yeah.
way. And have you found like that side of things has kicked in a bit? Now you've got over the fact that you just hate being here. Has it? Once you're in the gym, do you find like you're doing it for whatever reason it is you're doing it for? Is that mental health side of
I'm
things
gonna be real.
part of it?
It's just to feel good,
Yeah.
and it's to feel accomplished, and to feel like, you know, I've done something good today, rather than me just chilling at home playing FIFA. Like, it's cool.
Yeah. How many hours would you, if you were allowed to?
From the moment I wake up.
All day.
Yeah.
See, I don't play games
Yeah.
at all, and I blame this on my brother, so my brother has cerebral palsy and doesn't use his left hand.
Okay.
Holds a PlayStation controller with his right hand.
I've witnessed
and
it.
use all the buttons with his right hand. So he uses his little finger to press
Yeah.
the buttons and the joystick between his like index finger and his thumb. And I could never beat him.
Yeah.
And
I've
I was,
witnessed it.
I
He's
was
so good.
literally, as a kid, we're like,
No,
just
but what about COD?
I can't beat him at anything. And I was like, if I can't beat you and you're using one hand,
Why
why
am I doing?
why should
Yeah.
I even bother? So I turned up to uni where it's like George and Josh and everybody, and they're all like, let's play this game, and I'm there pretending.
Yeah.
I was the guy that's
This
like
is fun.
spinning around in the circle in the corner, just like shooting the sky.
Easy
and then
kill,
like
easy kill.
Easy
my
kill,
character
yeah,
just
every
dies again, and I was like, this isn't fucking fun. So I just sit there whilst they're all playing. I was like, I'd rather just sit and watch it.
Yeah.
But you would be like, what games are we
If I
talking?
could.
What
Well,
games?
So Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out, right? I think
It's gonna be over £100.
we
for
will.
the game.
Insane.
Hey, we will be there.
Well, of course you will.
We will be there.
But like you'll
What
be
I'm
there,
trying to
you'll buy. I don't even know how it works. Do you buy a disc?
You don't even buy a disc anymore. You
can
just
do
download
yeah,
it
just
onto the
download it.
thing.
You buy it on
And
the store.
you'll be like, boom, it's out. I'm sitting there for
And
a
then
whole day.
Oh no,
Oh,
he'll,
you-
that
yeah,
that,
you
that
text
game
me.
he'll be there for
You do it
yeah,
like
weeks.
George will know that maybe 2 weeks I will not be in the gym.
Yeah.
You would be in the same pair of pants every day
Same
for 2
pair of
weeks.
I'm
Stinking.
debating buying like a screen that we put on a stand to put behind the treadmill so Tuwaine can walk and
I'm
play at the
Why
same
don't we
time.
get you
I'll
one of
be
those
there.
little...
No, but did you see how gassed I got? I'll be there.
What about that little like sitting down treadmill for like proper old lady
No,
treadmill?
no,
No,
no.
I
So
wanna
you
be
can
up.
We need them
play.
up.
You can play and walk.
But then I need a headset
Yeah,
and
you can,
everything. Okay, cool.
like this is.
Let's
No,
make
you're
this
gonna be
happen.
like with all your little nerdy game mates
Yeah.
in the gym, just like.
yeah.
What do you even say to them? Shoot that guy.
No, we just like, yo, let's rob this store, innit?
I
Living the dream not living the dream, sorry. Living a life.
So in
the
real
dream.
life,
Living the
in real life, you're walking down the road, and go, I wish I could rob that.
Wish I could
store."
rob that. Yo, I really need that prep right now. All I need is just, do you know what I mean?
if it was a game, I'd just take it.
Just take it.
You
do know what I
take
mean? And
it,
then get 1 star.
shoot a
evade
guy,
the
get a
cops.
car.
Your next big job, the money that they pay us to train you,
Yeah.
I will put all of the profits towards getting you a screen to play Grand
It
Theft
must
Auto
exist.
6.
Someone's
you.
invented it. Someone,
Thank
have they
you.
made a
100%.
Grand Theft Auto film? Can you be in that? That'd be
Maybe.
the perfect
good.
I mean,
fusion.
yeah, you just get to
that'd
do
be-
the things
just
you
do
want to
that,
do.
and then never have to
That'd be good.
pay for GTA again.
Yeah, because you will be it.
Because I'll be
I will be GTA.
Yeah.
Some influential people may listen to this. I don't know. Maybe you could just,
Rockstar,
ask, just
yeah.
ask them. Just be like, hey, you could be the voice of that. You're already the voice of Uber Eats.
Yeah, I could be a voice of
If
the
you were the
lead.
voice of the game, you'd probably not want to play it.
Have you done that?
Yeah,
Have you been
because
the voice of
I've
the
never
game?
done a video game.
Apparently,
must
it's
be
like
good.
arduous. It's like in one of those little rooms like we've got there for hours and hours, just reading
Oh yeah, it
line
would be, wouldn't
after
it? But
line
saying loads
after
of
line.
weird stuff like
Because it's
"Follow
all-
me,"
and
all
also
of
like
like the-
"Follow me to the crypts."
No, but also not only that, but also like reactions. So like when you,
You
jump,
haven't played Grand
That's
Theft
Zelda.
Auto.
Isn't it? That's what, they're some little flute or something.
do you have Zelda?
I know what it is, but I don't have it. No, I don't have a game thing at all. I don't have a
Why don't you just
PlayStation.
take the Switch?
That I could play. Mario Kart, I like.
Yeah,
My
Mario
son's
Kart's
just
good.
found out about what Mario is.
Oh, that's game over.
No,
So then
Mario,
I think-
That's where it
Mario's gonna
starts.
be.
My
yeah.
brother is very excited for him to get into like I think Mario Kart and things like that.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say COD.
No,
I was like the boys.
he's 3.
4.
He's
Okay.
3.
Yeah,
He's ready.
he's ready. It's
When-
plus
when
3.
he's gonna be on
Plus
Xbox.
3, yeah, exactly.
You'll reply to him more than you will to me.
100%.
You'll be there like, yeah, Finn, playing that.
Yeah, let's go. When
Just
you're
on the
ready.
headset with Finn.
Nah, imagine that. 4-year-old. How you doing, buddy? Ready to play? Ready to jump in the war zone?
Easy kill.
Yeah, easy kill.
I think I was trying to talk about life and routine
Sorry.
and health and
not gonna
mental
happen.
health, and we're 10 minutes into COD
It's
chat
good.
now.
It's good.
Most of the references have gone away over my head as well.
Yeah.
In the
sorry.
last year,
Mm.
life's been pretty exciting for you.
I've been very fortunate. Yeah.
It's a hard truth or hard truth?
Truth.
Truths.
Yeah.
Hard Truths was a massive success,
Mm-hmm.
and you were here, there, and everywhere, press tour, all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Had you done that side of things before?
Never.
No,
Yeah, never.
you're there just in your fine clothes in New York, getting
Yeah,
pictures taken.
New York and LA.
That was a good outfit, by the way.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you. Styled by me.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you credit yourself in the picture?
No, I
You get the
should've.
Getty Images. Photo
Get your
of
images.
them.
I just try to crop it out. Yeah.
Styled by me.
Styled
Makeup
by
by me. Hair by me.
Yeah, hair by me. hair by me. Clothes by me.
How was that as just a phase of life? What was that like?
I was very fortunate to be with Marianne and Michelle, who play the two sisters.
Yeah.
Because they've done it before.
Mm-hmm.
Or they've been in the industry long enough to know the ins and outs. And
It must have been, then coming back to that, a massive moment for you seeing like your own name up outside the Ritzy.
Oh my gosh.
So like, anyone that doesn't know, the Ritzy Cinema in Brixton is like it's a bit of like a cultural iconic venue, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like it's a big thing. It's right there on the main road.
independent
There's
cinema.
the old school kind of like light up letters that go on the front of
Yeah.
it and everything. And then I remember seeing that picture of your name. There must have been.
Was it screening and Q&A with Tuwaine Barrett? It's
Well, not just
amazing.
me, but it was
Yeah,
had my
but-
name- yeah, but right,
But
like
you? Yeah.
I literally told my grandma. She was like, "What?" And my lady, she blew to Brixton.
Jumped on
Really?
the bus.
Jumped on the what was it? 345 to Bricky, just to see
Just
it.
to
It
stand
was-
outside.
Just to
Amazing.
stand outside. It was unreal.
Have you got a picture standing underneath it?
I didn't.
No?
No, because I don't know. Like I got a bit shy at that point.
Mm.
I was just very happy that it was happening, and so I took a picture.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go to.
Not you there,
Could
like, arms out or
Yeah,
whatever.
because I would have.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? Let me try
It'll
try
happen,
for once.
It'll happen again. That's
I
just
hope
the first
so. That's
time.
what we hope.
And then,
And then
you'll
that I'll
get super big headed, and you'll just be
Yeah.
like,
I'll be like, oh, no,
Yeah.
no, I'm definitely not. I'm going to be excited about these things all the time because I always count my blessings because you think about it. So many people that I was at drama school with, that wanted to do it, it's still taking time.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
happening to me now, and so I'm going to enjoy it and be grateful, and yeah.
Speaking of counting your blessings, it brings us nicely to our section called Humbled in Hollywood, which is a moment where I think you, more so than a lot of people we speak to, have had that kind of time spent in big Hollywood world where you're like with people that you'd never expect to meet and all the rest of it.
Yep.
Has there been a moment or moments that have kind of grounded you and been like, oh, I'm still me from there, and like that kind of feeling?
Oh gosh, there was I think so Tom was doing a film, Lost City of Z, and he invited me out to LA with him, and I was like, this is unreal, like, you know, this is bad. this is absolutely unreal. I love LA, like, you know, I've always seen it on films.
You hadn't been there before?
Never.
Yeah.
And no, I had, but I stayed with my friend who was at school there, so a very different experience.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate enough to stay at the London Hotel. Really, it's unreal
Glitzy
hotel.
5-star
Yeah,
hotel.
5-star. And I'm thinking to myself, rah, like, oh, they got all this alcohol. This is all the minibar, right? Alcohol, the peanuts. I'm going crazy, but I'm not drinking. I'm like opening bottles of tequila, and I'm
Smelling it.
Why are you not
I
drinking?
don't
Why are
really
you
like that.
smelling them?
'Cause
Just to
because
see what it
at that
was.
time, I really didn't like drink.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I was drinking at that point, so I just, that smells nice, like cool. Like,
You're like,
perfumey.
look at this tiny bottle. It looks so
No, it's not,
expensive.
but massive things, like massive,
they're
like
proper
Patron,
ones.
like Patron, the glass.
That's when you're in like a real posh hotel.
Yeah, they give you a whole
where they
bottle.
just go,
A
you know,
whole
what,
bottle.
have a real one, not just the
So
little
I'm
teeny
thinking to
one.
myself, nice, cool. So obviously I don't use it, but I'm having all the snacks, right?
Yeah,
It's
of
just me. It's Tuwaine. And then literally, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, Tom's like, oh, like how was the minibar at the London? And I was like, bro, it's unreal. It's crazy. Like I didn't pay shit. He's like, yes, because the bill came to me. And I was like, what? And he literally, bless him, he paid, yeah, because he.
Do you know how
came
much
back.
it was?
No.
One
But I know it
bottle,
wasn't-
one bottle's
no,
going to be
no,
like a couple of $100.
That's what I'm trying to say, and it
easily.
wasn't one bottle, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But I love it. You just opened them and
man's
gone.
just there.
And
And bearing in mind, remember, I'm there for like a week.
Yeah.
So they re-upping.
did they keep refreshing
But
it?
no, but they're refreshing the
The
snacks.
snacks, of
And
course
I'm
they are.
smashing
You're
the
like, all these
snacks
free
every
snacks
time.
every day.
So the bill's just
It's like
racking.
a $50 bag of peanuts.
The bill's racking. So I'm just like, listen, thank you.
They're like, he's opened this bottle, but he's not going to drink it. In the end, you check out. They're like, he's left us a whole bottle of Patron that we can't sell. So all the cleaners are like, sweet.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Thanks for that.
I was once staying at this really nice hotel with my
Yeah.
wife, and at the start of the stay, they were like, she was there for work, and they were like, minibar gets restocked every day, and I was like,
Dark.
is it free? And they're like, yes, and I was like, oh my god. On the inside, I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah.
But when we were there for like 2 days, and I made sure I didn't even use all of it. I just put it all in my bag because I knew they'd
Each
restock
day
it.
you
Oh
just kept
my
stacking,
God.
And then when we left,
stacking the
I
drawer.
was like walking out. So this is in Australia, in like the Blue Mountains, like an unreal place.
Yeah.
And I felt so out of place there anyway. And I was walking so carefully back out because it was like clink, clink. And I was making so many noises in my backpack. I was like, just a guy.
Yeah.
Just a guy with 2 days worth of free drinks in his backpack. We will wrap it up with like a what is coming up for you. And I know you
on the
sort
way
of,
in here.
you dangled a carrot for us.
Yes.
Tuwaine
Something,
walked
something.
in and he was like, just got a big job.
I didn't say it like that. No, that's crazy.
No, I think that was me, to be
Yeah,
fair.
man.
Tuwaine walked in and George said,
Imagine I walk in, yo, man's working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man's working on something big. I'd be like, who the hell is it?
to be honest, if you said that, that would
Yeah,
not.
that is
I would
something
flinch.
else.
I'd be like, yeah, that's
Oh,
fun.
cool. Yeah, nice.
Totally, that is exactly like something you'd say.
Oh man. Yeah.
Can you tell us about it,
Yeah,
or
I
is it a
can.
secret?
I mean, I can tell you. I can tell you a few things that are coming out.
Great.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Busy
Busy
man.
man.
Got
So I am in the new Alan Partridge.
There's a new Alan Partridge.
New
I
Alan
didn't even know
Partridge.
that.
Yeah. I'm only in one episode,
But I'm looking forward to that.
but I'm
episode.
happy to be a part of something that everyone loves. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like
yes.
the British public.
Absolutely.
It is a
Adore it.
real like.
Yeah,
It's an
Yeah.
institution. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a cult.
The amount
Yeah.
of times that show gets quoted.
Quoted, exactly.
Is
It's
just
unreal.
Ridiculous.
And then I'm in. I got a little part in Noah Baumbach's film called J. Kelly, with George Clooney and Adam Sandler.
It's amazing.
Did you get days with them?
Just alone, yeah. Just no. I wish. They're great people though.
Were you on set with them?
Yeah.
What often happens with some of the like big names when you meet them, you're like, it's so small. Were they tiny or are they normal?
Adam
size?
Sandler's pretty short.
Yeah. George, he's handsome.
Everyone's short to
Of course he's
Tuwaine though.
handsome.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna be shorter than me. But George Clooney, his hands. Oh my gosh. Yo, my man's hands are so soft.
How long did you hold them for?
Yeah.
Too long.
Yeah, he's like there. I'm like,
Let go.
just stay, please.
Just stay.
Stroking it.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't go anywhere. Yeah, and then the final one is a film called Mr. Irrelevant, and I'm filming that in Australia.
You leave tomorrow?
Leave tomorrow, which
We
is
just snuck
exciting.
this in.
We did.
Yeah,
We got
Good
lucky.
timing. Very good timing.
yeah, that's why I said I was like, you know,
This is it. This
I
is
really
the
want
only
to
day.
see you guys before I leave because I'm out there for 2 months
Wow.
in Melbourne.
What are we going? What? It'll be nice weather there then.
No, it
I
changes.
can hook you with a gym. I used to work in Melbourne. I can
You
sort you
can
out
hook me with what?
with
A
a gym.
gym.
You didn't want to hear that, did you?
Huh?
I can sort you out with a gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text my friend.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna text my
them,
friend.
yeah.
I'm gonna get you in the gym.
And then
there.
text me, and then there'll be one
Tuwaine-
tick on WhatsApp. Block.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'll do that
don't-
thing of like, I'll introduce you, I'll make a little group, and then I'll leave. And then my mate will be like, yeah, you never text
He
back.
never texts back. Yeah, he's
Tuwaine's going to take you to one side when we get outside of him. Like, why did you tell George that I can get a gym out there?
Yeah. I'll
He's
get
going
you
to
a
be
gym.
texting me all the time.
Yeah,
being like, Have you
exactly.
gone to the
What?
gym yet?
I'm gonna get you in the gym over there.
No, I want to. I mean, we've got, or they can come. They can come to me. We got a
what?
gym.
In
I'm not gonna
Cape
say where I'm staying. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm staying in a secret.
Tell us
location.
about it though. What is it? Mr. Relevant?
It's a beautiful story about a quarterback. No, he's a running back.
Mhm.
Called John Tuggle. And
That's a real person.
Yeah.
I was gonna find that name quite funny then. but
It's a beautiful name.
It's a funny name.
I'm
sorry if it's a sad
and-
story. Sorry.
It is
Okay.
because you're gonna not smile soon.
Yeah.
I apologise so much.
Yeah, but he, Mr. Relevant is given to you when you are the final pick of the draft,
Yes.
because barely any Mr. Relevants have made it to the official team,
Uh-huh.
and the story follows him actually making it to the team. However, he at the age of 25 or maybe 24, he gets cancer.
No, I feel like an idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you should.
congratulations.
And what is your part in this?
I play his teammate,
Yes.
Leonard Marshall.
Amazing.
So American accent incoming.
You got
You're
it.
good at that, then.
Louisiana.
Yeah,
Give us
you
a
got
blast.
Huh?
Give us a blast.
I'm too scared. We're not doing that.
Can you just
Yeah, don't. Yeah, that's to give us a blast. I said, huh?
This is drama school again?
Yeah, please don't do it like that. Yeah. You could watch the film and judge me then.
Yes.
But
we look forward to that.
yeah,
That'd
very
be great.
excited for that.
We'll see you in 2 months.
Yeah.
Sad times.
Sad but exciting.
Yeah, man.
You know, and thank you for having me. I love this place. I love you guys.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show. It's been great fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.